What up my balloon invaders? It's been a very, very long time since I last made a BTD5 video, last year to be exact, and that's because there hasn't really been too much new content in this game recently, especially since Ninja Kiwi is hard at work on BTD6. But I guess they had enough time on their hands to release a new game mode a few days ago, and it's called BLOONVASION. Those of you who have played or watched someone play the direct assault mission in BTD5 Deluxe may find this mode familiar, cause it's exactly what the devs took inspiration from. A battlefield/Warzone style map, with balloons coming from the right and charging towards your trench in 6 different paths or so. Those are the similarities, but there are some key differences worth noting. For one, your tower placements aren't just restricted to the very left side of the trench, cause the trench actually extends outwards too, allowing you to pop balloons at the very front instead of having to wait until they reach your main trench line. And two, we've got 50 rounds of onslaught this time instead of 25. Third difference, and probably the biggest, is the fact that you are not restricted to just artillery towers like the Darkling, Mortar, and Sniper. In fact, the types of available towers rotates every few days or so there's never exactly one set strategy to beating it. It may be easier or harder to do so depending on what you have to work with. So yeah, on the day of recording this, the available towers I have are Sniper, Bomb, Ace, Engineer and Heli Pilot. Sadly, all these towers are absolute shit for starting out in the early game with, except for the Engineer, so that's the only choice I got. Well, and some special agents like the Tribal Turtle and Meerkat Spy. Yes, this is not the very first time I am playing BLOONVASION. If you were wondering, the first time around I got up to about round 7 but then I died. Just kidding, I got fed up with BlueStacks lagging like a bitch, so I restarted the whole app again. You can't save the progress of special events like BLOONVASION unfortunately, so that meant I had to start right from round 1, feels bad. Then on my second attempt I got absolutely shreked on round 22, and it was at that point I knew this special event was not to be messed with, cause let me tell you, if you come in unprepared and unequipped you're going to have a bad time. Seriously, I genuinely believe with the 5-tower loadout I have right now, it's impossible to win without using continues, specialty buildings, free towers or the Monkey Lab. You absolutely need a combination of those perks to survive. So on this next attempt I've pulled out all the stops. I got all that Monkey Lab shit to give me extra starting cash and whatnot, as well as the Engineer specialty building for even more help. And as I said earlier, why not use some special agents too, seeing as I already wasted my free towers on some previous attempts. One key thing I noticed during the previous attempts was that the rounds mimic the ones in battles, or in other words it takes every other odd round in a normal BTD5 mode, which is good cause now you know what will spawn beforehand, and as such can prepare for rounds you know will be tough. For example, round 32 will be round 63 in BTD5, which means a shit ton of ceramics, and as mentioned earlier round 22 will be quite the challenge with some early rainbows and ceramics coming my way. Engineer spam is really the only thing I can do, yet it's still a little subpar because not all sentries can reach the very top and bottom paths. I reckon this 5-tower loadout is much harder than the one before this, which included Darkling and Ninja. Freaking unlucky man. Darklings are pretty damn good here cause they can cover the entire track and you can focus on where the main trouble spots are. Anyways, fuck it. I can't be bothered to retry, so I'm going to use a continue. If 4 extra agents can't handle round 22 then I'm going to need something much bigger, so that 5,000 extra dollars from a continue will surely help. Unfortunately I wanted to avoid using continues cause they're about as cheap as using double cash, but I'm really left with no choice. Let's just answer some questions from the previous video while you watch me struggle with this mission. For those of you who left thoughtful questions, thank you, and to those who made sarcastic ones, fuck you. I hope no one gets offended by that. But yeah, If you asked a good question, chances are I will get around to it, if not in this video then a future one, cause I probably won't have enough time to get through everything here. Let's begin with Egan with what looks like a good question. Do you think Battles TV will have a positive or negative effect on my growth? Well, considering my channel size, I'm going to say it won't make a difference for my channel in particular. It may have a tiny effect, but overall it's pretty negligible. So it's not going to matter for me, but I could see it having a little bit of impact for the smaller YouTubers. Cause on the plus side, you could get more views if you put YT in your name and one of your games gets to the top of the popular/trending tab. On the other hand, I've seen some people argue that it might take away views from someone if they simply watch their matches on Battles TV, meaning there is no need for them to watch it on their YouTube channel if they happen to upload those games. Which sounds fair, but let's be real, we're looking at a maximum 5 views lost because I doubt many people will have that mindset. And it's probably a sign that you should do more than a compilation of games with music plastered over it if people preferring Battles TV is going to be an issue. Long answer for a simple question, I know. I just wanted to generalize this question cause I like explaining shit. Might as well answer the second question while I'm at it. Ontario. Next one, here's something I haven't seen asked before. Why do I have a specter as my channel logo, and do I plan on changing it to something else? Well, I didn't choose this logo for any specific reason other than because I had to use something BTD related at the time I created it. It was actually a bomb missile at first, but I thought that was ugly, so I changed it to a specter a while later. A change is certainly long overdue though, only issue is I don't know what to upgrade it to. That's why I've kept it as is for now. What do you think was the best Battles update ever? Well shit, this is a tough one, mostly because I don't recall of there ever being an update that's blown me away. By that I mean there's been some good ones, but nothing absolutely eye-popping and jizz-worthy over. If I had to choose though, the Custom Club Private Battles option in patch 3.4 was pretty cool. And if you ignore the awful Bloons shipper nerf, 4.1 wasn't too bad either by providing a much-needed meta shift, disregarding the fact it might have made one certain loadout a bit overtuned. One more before I end it, if I had access to the full source code of Battles, what would I mod? Well, probably something I wouldn't be able to do with normal modding, so I guess I would say being able to pre-place towers, lol. Or being able to modify where you can and can't place towers, that way I can actually create true custom maps. So yeah, that's a wrap for the questions today. If you didn't make it on here then don't be down, I'll cover some more in future videos so be on the watch for those. Back to this BLOONVASION game for a quick moment. Once I got over that mid-game hump the rest was smooth sailing due to all that insane cash flow coming in, and the rest is history. So I hope you enjoyed or found this video helpful, although likely not the latter since your towers will probably not be the same as mine, so this gameplay will be of little use as a guide. Plus it required about 1500 monkey money from my side, but hopefully you will need less if the monkey gods bless you with towers that can actually do something versus ceramics. Have a super duper rage-inducing day.
had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were